There are plenty women. I mean, plenty men that want all kinds of women, but y'all don't want the man that's on your level. Every woman wants a man higher than their level. If you date within your level, you will get married like that. The nigga on your level, you don't look at. You looking over him like you better than him.
Some of us like that too.
Like you better than him.
Men do not date on their level.
Who has a level out?
Men date below their level.
And you know what?
Right. All the time. That's why we got more options.
Let me say this right quick. Men want younger women because they're able to mold them. Absolutely. And you can teach them and tell them what to do and how to do it, when to do it, and what to do. With us older women, we've been there, done that. We already know ourselves. We've learned. Those younger women, those girls don't know themselves already. They're out there. Men want those women so they can mold them into what they want them to be.
And what's wrong with
We're not that.
What's wrong with me molding my wife to please me? The problem is
you go ahead and get her, but she's not a seasoned woman. She don't.
We don't want that.
Know already.
We don't want that. That's the problem. Exactly. We don't want seasoned women. I want. Hold on.
No,
I don't want my woman.
It's true. He just said it.
Hold on. We don't want women that we have to battle your past for. If I get me a younger woman with less experience, yes.
A shout out to the Not the Shop podcast. That is Not the Shop podcast. Go support and support his channel. He talk about a lot of good stuff. So yeah, definitely go over and support him and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But I just think that women have this idea of that a man meeting a woman and basically trying to, get a younger woman who he can kind of mold into, what he need her to be. They look at that as a bad thing. They're thinking everything is control and all this, but at the same time, I think most men would agree they don't want a combative older woman who's stuck in her ways and got all this bad experience, because it's not like she has good experience where she's bringing good things to the table, but they have a lot of bad experience. When you talk about a seasoned woman, they're talking about a seasoned woman who'd have been ran through, you'd have been through all kind of bad relationships. You've picked up some negative ideas because of your experiences. You've have been through this, been through that, and you've given your attention to the wrong dudes, and you had to navigate all that, got your feelings hurt, all this stuff. Now you want to come to the relationship as a seasoned woman, and now you're gonna be combative. You got pushed back for the man all the time. You want to tell him he ain't shit, or he wrong and this and that. Like, that's what seasoned mean. It don't mean seasoned in a good way, like you've learned something. You know what I mean? Like you've learned what it is to be a woman or a wife, that you went to wife school or something and you learned how not to be combative, how to be, you know what I'm saying, a better person and what not to do for the right type of man. You didn't learn the things that would help you, mature for a good man. You just learn that you're not gonna take no shit and you're gonna treat him like all of the horrible men that you've dealt with in the past. You're seasoned now in the wrong way. You're gonna have that type of energy, like, oh, I've learned better, so I'm not gonna let you treat me crazy. I'm not gonna tell you, you're not gonna tell me, you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do, that's the type of energy that the man who would be a good man for you, that's the attention that he's gonna get based on all the. So now he got to deal with all that. You trying to heal within the relationship with a man that might be good, but he don't want to deal with that. So that's what they're saying. I don't want a woman who's seasoned, who's been through all of these horrible relationships, and now you're combative, and now I got to sit here and deal with you. No, he don't have to deal with you. This is why a lot of men would prefer a young woman who hasn't had all of those negative experiences with men, because she's going to bring a lot of trauma to the table. And he don't want to have to deal with that. He deal with a woman who hasn't had that. That way, maybe you have a better chance of having a decent relationship with her, because, she's still growing and she doesn't have all that negative, all that negativity in her past. So I think that's what women take that as, oh, I'm seasoned. These young girls don't know nothing. Well, child, you an old chick and don't know nothing. A lot of y'all old chicks don't know shit. Y'all don't know nothing either. Y'all just older with it and more aggressive and manipulative. You've learned how to play a man because of the men who played you. So you just learned some negative traits. It's like they say when people go to jail, right? When they go to jail, this is what I heard now. When they go to jail, they become better criminals. Why? Because you learn stuff in prison. You learn how to do stuff in jail. So you come out a more seasoned criminal. So, I mean, same thing. You've been through horrible relationships and you end up a more horrible person. You didn't really learn anything that could help you be a better woman. You just learn how to be more combative woman based off of the negative experiences. And that's it. That's what seasoned woman means, in my opinion.